Can I just start by I appreciate the heck out of you guys. Like, thank you so much just for being you. Thank you for being here. It really means a lot to me. I don't get to talk about Pokemon a whole lot, and Pokemon is just it's so fun. It's such a great hobby. It's such a great game. I like so many things about it. We've talked about it so much before. I'm not going to get into all the details, but I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you just being here, being able to just talk about Pokemon with you guys, having interactions, talking and responding to comments. Thank you for all the comments, all the likes, all the subscribers, new and old. You guys, it means a lot to me, and I hope you enjoy the content. And thank you for everything, for sharing the channel, for everything. Without you guys, this never would have happened. So I just wanted to start by saying that, because I was thinking the other night about how much this all means to me and how much you guys mean to me, and it's a lot. So thank you very, very much. I'm going to talk about Pokemon 151 to an extent today. I want to kind of talk about it a few days this week, but mostly just to kind of prepare for Scarlet and Violet 151. So Pokemon 151, Pokemon Card 51, the set that came out in Japan a couple weeks ago. We went over the Scarlet and Violet 151 release schedule on Friday, so go back and watch that if you haven't already. We're actually giving away a booster box of Pokemon Card 151, the Japanese set, which is crazy pricing right now. We're giving one of those away every single week, every single Friday. We're calling it Pokemon 150 Fun Day, which is a really corny name. But if you want to be entered to win, go back, watch the video on Friday, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel on that video, and boom, you're entered. Then come back every Friday. We're just going to keep doing it until the release of Scarlet and Violet. And I wanted to look at specialty sets. Not because they're the same. I don't want anybody to ever confuse a new release of the holiday set or a specialty set. That's important to remember about Scarlet 151, Scarlet and Violet 151. It is a specialty set, so there's not going to be booster boxes. Lots of products, but no booster boxes. It's not a main series set release, so it's no different than Hidden Fates, than Shining Legends, Shining Fates, Crown Zenith, Pokemon Go, all those sets, those specialty sets that we've had in the past. Same exact thing, same exact concept, except it's coming out near the end of September. So we're going to talk about Crown Zenith today, or Crown Zenith. And the reason I want to talk about specialty sets is because I like looking at price differential. I like looking at what happens to prices after a set releases, especially after a set's been out for a while. So Crown Zenith came out in January. It's been out for almost 6 months now. I think a little bit more than 6 months, right around the 6-month mark. It's been out for half a year. Readily available. We had some issues right away because they did a tiered release schedule where every single few weeks a new product release or a couple new products released. So they really branched it out up until recently when we had the last product release of Crown Zenith, and those were even on sale at Target. You could buy those premium collections, those Crown Zenith premium collections, for like $37, I think, online, or Best Buy. Best Buy, I think, is the one who had the deal. I think they're sold out now, but it was super, super good deal where you get a good amount of packs. You get the shiny Zacian and shiny Zamazenta. Super cool. But Crown Zenith has been absolutely destroyed as far as pricing goes, and that's okay. I mean, that's great because it gives collectors, it gives us the opportunity to buy these cards at a cheaper price point in order to fulfill master sets, in order to fill out master sets. Crown Zenith is such a great set, but also it brings down the price of packs. And if you like opening Pokemon cards without spending a ton of money and buying them basically for under MSRP, Crown Zenith is really where it's at right now because it is such a fun set to open. The pull rates are so great on it, but you can actually find the packs at a decent price point. But it gives us a good indicator of specialty sets in the past. So if we review some like Crown Zenith, like Hidden Fates, like some of these other specialty sets, it kind of gives us a little bit of a barometer on what to expect from price drops when it comes to Scarlet and Violet 151. So I think opening some Scarlet and Violet 151 is going to be a lot of fun. Opening up ETBs, maybe the poster collection, maybe a couple of the collection boxes, maybe one of every product. Opening them up, having fun, really enjoying the artwork, enjoying the hobby as it's supposed to be enjoyed, but not overspending on it, not overspending to open up a master set and then focusing on single prices and then when the best time is in order to pull the trigger to buy those singles that you might be missing for the master set. So look at these Crown Zenith pricings. I'm going to flip you around so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. But there's a lot of really, really steep price drops now that Crown Zenith has been out for about 6 months. And the pull rates being so good, despite the fact that there's so many ultra rares in Crown Zenith, really gives us a good idea of what to kind of expect from Scarlet and Violet 151 when it comes to single prices dropping in the future. Now, I don't think we're going to see the same price drops. I do think Scarlet and Violet 151 is going to be a little bit more popular. We might not see as steep of drops, but there's going to be a lot that's opened. And the more product that gets opened, the more that actually drives the single prices down, because there's more product that hits the market because people are selling their doubles or selling their triples or selling, businesses are opening up more product to sell singles, whatever the case may be. More product being open means that it's going to be cheaper as far as singles go. Also, we really don't know yet what the indicator is going to be as far as competitive play for Pokemon or for Scarlet and Violet 151. So that's going to play a big factor in things too, especially the fact that it's coming out right after Worlds. It's going to be a very interesting time. So let's look at the ETB first, because the ETB was the original release of Crown Zenith. This was the first product that came out, and this did have some troubles finding in stock because it was all hyped up. There was a lot of FOMO going on, and people ended up overpaying a little bit for the Crown Zenith ETB. You can see it actually jumped up to about $64, $65 a piece in February, which was about $15 more than MSRP. However, it has backed off a little bit. Now, there hasn't been a reprint or a restock as far as LGSs go, but if you go into Walmart, if you go into Target, if you go into Best Buy, sometimes you see some of these still kind of sitting on the shelf. And what that means to me is there has been a decent amount of stock, overflow stock, that either is at the Pokemon warehouse that they're shipping to marketing companies. We talked about this in a video in the past, that I think Pokemon is really focusing on these big box stores to make sure customers, make sure they're hobbyists, they're enthusiasts, get product in their hands without having to worry about going to an LGS and paying a scalper fee or an uptick and upcharge in price. They want to make sure these are readily available. And because of that, Crown Zenith ETBs continue to just kind of float around out there every once in a while. You can see them when you pass through maybe the trading card aisle at your local big box retailer. Even though there hasn't been a giant reprint or a restock that has been announced, they just kind of keep circulating, which is really, really cool. Now it's come back down very close to MSRP plus shipping. It's sitting at $54 right now and continuing to trend downward, which is really important. The Crown Zenith booster packs, also really cool. A lot of companies did get massive allocations for some of the items, and the items that weren't as popular, like the Morpeko V Union box, broke those open because they're heavy to ship, they're very bulky, and it's better just to kind of sell the pack contents because not a whole lot of people are buying them. So why sell them at a loss when you factor in shipping, when you can rip them open, pair things out individually, and that's really driven the pack price down. You can see at one point in time at the end of January, beginning of February, right after Crown Zenith released, packs were selling for over $6 a piece, and look what it's doing now. It's pretty close to a 6-month low, sitting at $4.55 currently, so just above a 6-month low, but continuing to trend downward, and we're seeing it kind of level out a little bit, which is really important moving forward. Still a decent price point per booster pack. We talked about the MSRP for Scarlet and Violet 151 when it came to booster packs. If you look at the booster bundle, which is the best deal, right around $4.50 a booster pack. So really good pricing for Crown Zenith when it comes to booster packs. If we look at singles, a lot of these have been absolutely destroyed. So I took snips of the actual release day pricing. So you can see right here, pre-sale, all these Pokemon cards that we're looking at right now, this is what pricing looked like at 8 a.m. In the morning of release. So release day of the ETB, someday in January. I can't remember the exact day of it, but you can see the Lumineon V selling for a market price of $18.77. That market price is established when people start buying the product at that price. So $18.77 for Lumineon V was the price point. Now it's currently selling for $10.26. So it's dropped 45%, which actually isn't too bad for that Lumineon V. A lot of people really like the artwork on that Lumineon V, and it wasn't overpriced really too badly from the get-go for the beginning at that $18.77 price. But 45% drop, actually not too bad. But we're going to see some really significant drops here in a second. Starting out with this Raihan here, which has dropped 73% since release. You can see that release day pricing at $17.34. Currently selling for $4.71. This is one of the Galarian Gallery trainers. It's dropped 73% now over the past 6 months, sitting at $4.71. The Grant has, I think this is the biggest drop that we're going to see out of all the cards. So this is 86% that has dropped since release. You can see the market price on opening day of the set, $16.62, currently selling for $2.25. So as fun as it is to open up and chase a master set really, really early on, it's important to not let that FOMO get the best of you. It's important to be extremely patient, especially as we move in to Scarlet and Violet 151, because there's going to be a lot of hype behind it. But look what's happened to some of these prices 6 months after the set release. We call this the sweet spot. This is the time where singles have really gotten to a point where they might not get a whole lot cheaper. They might level out a little bit. They might go up a little bit because there's not going to be any other releases outside of maybe some restocks that come in the near future when it comes to Crown Zenith products. But $2.25 is the current price point for that Grant. The Drapion V, a very competitive card, but still taking a big hit. 63% is what the drop has been over the past 6 months. You can see it selling for $20 on release day, all the way down to $7.45, and that's with competitive play, kind of pushing this up a little bit more than it probably will be if this card rotates out, or if Mew doesn't doesn't become as big of a thing in competitive play. The Regigigas V-Star took a decent size hit, 65%. It's down, currently selling for $19.62 on release day. It's dropped down to single digits, sitting at $6.89 currently. Roxanne, this one has also dropped 57%. My ugly face is in the way, but $8.30 is what it's currently selling at. So that's a 57% drop for that Roxanne. Then we've got Adaman up here. This one has dropped 82%. So this one's been absolutely destroyed. $21.46. Another Galarian Gallery trainer. $21.46 is where this was selling on release day. If you waited and didn't pull it and you want to buy it now, you can find it for under $4, $3.95, which is 82% cheaper than it was on opening day. Hisuian Samurott V, this one was selling for $21. Very cool looking card. This one has taken quite a bit of a hit as well. 68% of a drop, down to $6.75. Colress's Experiment. This one, not too bad of a drop. Again, competitive connotations really go along with this Colress's Experiment. It's down to $9.88, which is about a 52% drop for that Colress. The Zamazenta V, this one took a 71% drop. A lot of 60 and 70% drops, which is absolutely crazy. Very cool artwork. Zamazenta V was selling for close to $25 on opening day. $24.91. It's dropped down to $7.32. Look at all these single digit pricing. Absolutely crazy. Zero Aura V-Star, very cool looking card. $24.88 is where it was on release day. It's dropped 68%, down to $7.89. Zero Aura V-Max, this one was at $22.29 on opening day. Now it's down to $8.46. So that's a 62% drop. If we look at the Zacian V, this one not too bad. This one only 41% of a drop. A lot of people really like the artwork on the Zacian V. Obviously, one of the mascots of the Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield era. $27.80 is where this was selling on release day. It's dropped down to $16.50 currently, 41% drop. The Hisuian Samurott V-Star, however, is taking a huge hit. You're looking at an 80% drop for this one. It was selling $27.54 on release day, down to $5.57. The Melanie cooking there in the kitchen, Galarian Gallery trainer. This one's taking a big hit. $27.50 is where this was selling on release day. It's dropped 75%, down to $6.90. The Raikou V, a lot of fan favorites. Everybody likes this Raikou V. Really cool. Just like Speedy Gonzalez over there. $32.86 is where this was selling on opening day. This one hasn't taken too bad of a hit. 42% is the drop. Still selling for almost $20, sitting at $19.19 currently. The Simisear V-Star, this one really cool as well. Selling for $30.22 on release day. It's down 66% over the last 6 months, down to $10.41. The Entei V was at $29.14 on release day. This one's dropped 53%. Also really cool with the volcano in the background there. Down to $13.78. The Deoxys V-Star down 72%. So this one was selling for $35.44 on opening day, and now it's down to $9.85. Darkrai V-Star, one of my favorites in the set. Really cool looking card. Was selling $35.41 on release day. It's dropped 56%. It's actually dropped more than I expected it to, down to $15.42. The Hisuian Zoroark V-Star, very interesting card because as you can see at the bottom there, the lowest listing was $79.95. I kind of got bought out opening weekend because it was too cheap in a lot of minds from a lot of people. And because of that, got bought out. The market price for $33.07 on opening day, and then skyrocketed a little bit. But look what's happened since then. It's dropped 56% from that opening day market price down to $14.50. The Glaceon V-Star, another fan favorite for a lot of people. This was selling for over $50 on release day at $50.86. It's dropped 62%, down to $19.53. Cynthia's Ambition, another one of those Galarian Gallery trainers. All the Galarian Gallery trainers fairly cheap. Really all the full art trainers in this set. $46.59 is where this was selling on opening day. And it's down to $13.06. So it's dropped 72%, which is fairly significant for a lot of these full art trainers. Gardenia's Vigor dropped 77% from $37.15 down to $8.46. That's a very steep drop. The Leafeon V-Star, the Suicune V, these are both fan favorites for a lot of people. Really excited about these cards from Crown Zenith. This was at the Leafeon V-Star was at $56.73 on opening day. One of the few cards that's still above that $20 mark. This one's currently sitting at $23.55. It's dropped 58%. The Suicune V has dropped under $20 from $52.54 opening day down to $16.84. That's a 68% drop. And the Irida, I think this is one of only two trainers, the only Galarian Gallery trainer that's selling for over $20. Currently sitting at $20.15, but way down from that $51.77 opening day price. That's a 61% drop. If we look at the Arceus Gold card, so this Arceus V-Star Gold card, this got bought out opening weekend. Absolutely crazy. It was selling for $79.21 at one point, then jumped up over $100. Look at where it's dropped to now, $65.87. second most expensive card in this set. It's dropped 17%, which actually isn't that bad, but when you factor in the fact that it got bought out and pushed up over $100, the drop has actually been more significant than what we're looking at right now. The Palkia V-Star, this one was selling for $76.55 on opening day. It's dropped 42% down to $44.13. So this one and the Dialga, both under $50 for those gold cards. Deoxys VMAX, a lot of people really love this card, but it dropped 81%. It's currently sitting at $10.89 from $56.91, which is where it was at opening day. It's dropped 81%. Absolutely insane. The Mewtwo V-Star, this was the second most expensive card in the set. Now it's the third most expensive card in the set. Market price of $114.70 on opening day. This one got bought out a lot as well, but it's dropped 52% since then, down to $55.39. The Giratina V-Star, this is the gold one. This is the chase for a lot of people. This one has dropped the least amount in the set, but it has finally fallen below that $100 mark. It was selling for $113.55 on opening day, dropped down to $95.11 currently, so that's about a 16% dip, which really isn't bad at all. Very strong legs from that Giratina V-Star, despite the fact that gold cards being one out of every roughly 100 packs to pull, but a specific gold card, much more difficult than that. You're looking at one out of every, 400 or whatever the case may be, 500. The Dialga V-Star has dropped 49%. It went from 83.35 down to 42.43. And then the last few cards that we're going to look at, I think we have 5 more. The Radiant Charizard has taken a huge hit. It's dropped 81% from $25.34 down to $4.85. That Radiant Charizard got hit really hard. Friends in Sinnoh, this is from the normal set, so not the Galarian Gallery. This one dropped from $24.45 down to $7.96. That's a 67% drop. The Friends in Hisui Full Art went from $20.86 down to $8.72. So that's a 58% drop for that one. And then we've got the Alessa Sparkle, the most expensive Full Art trainer in the set, dropped from $38.68 on opening day down to $27.60. Not too bad of a drop. You're looking at only about 29% for that one. And then that Secret Rare Pikachu, much easier to pull than a lot of people. Hopefully you didn't buy it opening weekend, because look at how far it has dropped since then. 79% of a drop, down to $15.57. This card was selling for over $100 pre-order, dropped to $72.45 opening day, and now it's just continued to fall to $15.57. It's leveled out a little bit now, but 79% is absolutely massive. So kind of gives us a good barometer of what to expect moving forward from Scarlet and Violet 151. Now we don't have a tiered release schedule from Scarlet and Violet 151. All the products are expected to release within a few weeks of each other. So we're going to have September 22nd, the release of half the products, and then a couple weeks later, you're going to have the release of the other half of the products. But I do expect them to be in stock and restocked for quite some time. So looking at roughly 5-6 months down the line after releases, if you're looking at February, March, somewhere around there of 2024, you might start seeing a lot of those singles bottom out. So definitely be patient. Don't FOMO. Don't worry too much about it. Open the set. Have fun with it, but don't go crazy and overspend or anything like that. Hope you guys enjoy the content. If you do, hit that subscribe button down below. Again, thank you for everything. Just for watching, just for being here, means the world to me. But if you do enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button. Leave a like. Leave a comment. It means a lot. Share the channel. Thank you so much for everything, guys. I'll see you again in a couple days. Until then, peace.